Hi, and welcome to this tutorial where I will show you how to search the GEOROC database based on geographical locations. So first go to the GEOROC database homepage and then select Query By, and we'll go down to Geography. Then you see our map search, but below that you have this search by location names. Here you get a list of all the countries and geographical provinces we have, such as islands. So in my example, I'm going to get clinopyroxene data from the Azores. So if I scroll all the way to the base, I can find the Azores, click that option, scroll all the way back up and press continue. And then we're confirming we'll search by the Azores. Then we get to our sample selection criteria. This is the same regardless of what type of search you started as. You always get this option to filter your results more. Because I'm looking for clinopyroxene minerals, I'll say that the next category I want to filter by is minerals, and I press continue. Then it gives me a list of all of the minerals we have available from the Azores, and I'm interested in clinopyroxene, so I'll choose clinopyroxene and press continue. Then we get to our chemical selection criteria. This is also the same regardless of how you chose to filter your search at the beginning. For my pyroxenes, I'm only interested in the major elements, so therefore I tick this little all box for the major elements and then press continue. Then we get our final metadata filter option where you can choose which metadata columns you want to have alongside the major element data for clinopyroxene. So in my case, I'll choose the location comments, longitude and latitudes of the samples, and then I'll choose the rock names as well. So this is the host rock names the clinopyroxenes are coming from. And I'll leave everything else blank because I already filtered everything by minerals, so it doesn't make any sense to include in just my mineral data search. Then you can press HTML view and download, and it'll show you a preview of all of the data rows it found that matched your search. So in my case, it found 1,901 rows from clinopyroxene data from the Azores. You can see the sources of the data over here, the sample names, the metadata columns I chose, so location and longitude and latitude coordinates, rock names, and then we have all of our major element data to the right. At the base of this dataset, if you scroll all the way down, apologize for the long table, you see all of the references that these samples are coming from down here. All right, let's download this dataset. So I click download data and download table for Excel. Then you see it downloaded as CSV in my downloads folder. So if I head out to my downloads folder, I have the CSV here. Then I can open it with Microsoft Excel. We don't want to convert it, we just want to keep it as a CSV. And I'll just make the table a bit bigger so you can see it. And here again we have the same data table as we saw in our preview with our samples, citations, longitude and latitude and locations, rock names, and then our major element data for the clinopyroxene data from the Azores. And if I scroll way down to the bottom, you see we have all of the references at the base of this CSV, and we have some additional information of when your dataset was downloaded and which criteria you used in your search. Thank you so much for seeing this tutorial on how to search the GEOROC database based on geographical locations. Thanks for watching.